The reason I got involved with hip hop is I was at a studio in Western College doing music technology, and I was in there and there was like 6 kids in there rapping, and they were all rapping in an American accent, so I just thought, well, this ain't right, so I'm gonna get on it. And then just started, that's how I started making music, just from taking the mickey and having fun. And then over years started taking it really seriously and, you know, progressing. What about you? How did you get into music, Chris?
How did I get into music? Yeah. I got into music, I bought records. I like buying music. So I buy a lot of music, hip hop.
For the younger generation, a record is now what a CD is.
Yeah. And then became an MP3. But
that flop.
yeah, just buy records if I like the music.
Jinxter, what about you? How did you get that?
Well, I just like I can't remember how old I was, but I used to see like Snoop on the box, bruv. And like I didn't even like music really too tough. Like it was just more the videos, and then yeah, like started getting into the music more. I wasn't really listening, and I thought yeah. Started liking it, got into hip hop, and then just grew from there.
Like, what about you, Edward?
Well, for me, I think hip hop was like the last bit of music I've come to, really.
Yeah.
But I came up through listening to my dad's records and stuff like that, and then came on to James Brown and the breaks. And if you listen to hip hop, all the drums is kind of, you can take it all back and hear where it originally came from.
Really, isn't it?
So that's
which is perfect for us.
Yeah.
Because he's drumming in our band.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I know from my brain as I speak. If you can let me have a second to upload the music, if you finish with your text, sound turn me down, makes the beat and make it level. I was gonna punch you in your face, I hear the bass, but where's the treble?
Well, the way that me and Chris met was through MySpace.
I was a big fan of his.
He's a massive fan. He used to just run around my house with like his posters
banging on the window.
So I thought I'd give him a little bit of a chance. He messaged me on MySpace and he's make beats, and I was just rapping, and then we got together, started making some tunes. I think the first one was Dirty Nuntalk, wasn't it? As the name of the album, plug. And then basically what we're doing is, like, I'm Twizzy, this is Chris Lucas, we made an album together. Ed's come along through my mate Shads, who introduced me to Ed because I wanted a drummer.
That's quite funny though, because he booked me for a gig with him and cancelled me at the last minute because he couldn't get the keyboard player together, and
right.
He couldn't use his band. And I was there thinking, so I then bought his tracks off iTunes to learn them for the gig and things like that. And so about 2 days later, I got a phone call like, give this guy a ring, he needs a drummer, he needs some direction in his music. And then
there's a lot of people involved.
Yeah, there's a lot of people involved in what we're doing. It's like, it is Twizzy and Chris Lucas, but at the end of the day, a lot of people have helped along the way. Do you know what I mean?
Like vocalists, instrumentalists.
Yeah, loads of people on it. So it's like
there's a bass player who's a regular part of the crew as well.
He's going to be here later.
He's just not here yet.
He's a school teacher, so he knows how, you know, he's out there. And Jinxter, I met Jinxter at what was that? It was a remix thing, wasn't it? It was that Kano thing.
Yeah, Colston Hall. Kind of bumped into you, but you knew Thriller as well.
Yeah.
So kind of met through Thriller.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it just shows. And I remember was it Slug and Lettuce?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
From there,
amazing dude.
You're getting paid, man.
You and what's his name, innit? So yeah,
damn.
yeah. And then boy,
he's got
did the music from there, innit?
Yeah. So now it's just come together, make music, and just try and enjoy it. And hopefully other people will enjoy it.
Now I'm this hype man.
He's a hype man.
There's no point in step and no step to read. So while I'm singing on this record, I've been trying to believe that if I take it slow, I never see all deep in the fact that I'm trying to oversee. I still feel what I thought. I want this thing to be so.
I don't reckon hip hop affects my life, to be honest. I think
you affect hip hop.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I affect hip hop. I don't know. No, I'm joking. Basically, I don't reckon the actual like thing hip hop affects your life. I reckon music affects everyone's life. Like, even if you don't know it, like, you know, you can just be sat there and your mood will change just from hearing certain noises, sounds, whatever. But hip hop in the whole, I don't reckon. I think if you try and base your life on a certain thing, then, you know, you just end up getting lost, maybe.
It's definitely,
obviously, it's an influence.
It's affected my outlook.
Yeah.
Creative outlook, because like certain styles, hip hop's so lyrical.
Yeah.
So lyrical that, and you don't have that with other music. You do to an extent as lyrics, but not to the extent of hip hop, where it
always has to be new, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then it looks around, it comments on everything. And that definitely affected. And I got to 15, I didn't even realise that it was sampling. I thought it was bands playing and stuff. And then I was like, hang on a sec, this is all sampled music, and that got me into all the other different types of music. And you have to be quite open-minded to do that.
Yeah.
So, so there is no sort of genre. You know, you love all genres. So.
Yeah. Don't
makes you into a really nice person, basically.
No, definitely. Yeah. I would say hip hop.
You say it makes you really
I would say influence my life though, because it's just like it does come down to just I don't know, probably the way you carry yourself a bit more. From I got involved with hip hop, I sort of because I was more confident rapping, I become a more confident person.
Yeah.
So, and you do kind of through like I said, it's all music. You can't just stick it to hip hop.
No.
For me, it was hip hop. So it's just that you meet new people. Like I wouldn't meet these guys now if it wasn't.
No,
I wouldn't be here doing this now if it wasn't for hip hop.
So I take back what I said. Hip hop changed my life. Hip hop is the future.
Music is music.
Do you like gangster wasn't filming it?
Hey?
Yeah.
You want me to say it? Yeah, I changed what I said because hip hop changed my life. All right.
To make it all seem right, to be the devil of our past so we can all see the light. And on your very last breath, do you see what you dream? Just before you close your eyes and you will succeed. Keep it moving, you'll find your direction.
I think the artwork's a big part of it, especially graffiti and stuff. That's a big lot. Because even now, like you got people who probably don't even listen to hip hop, but they'll be doing graffiti and whatnot.
Yeah, they don't realise where it's
coming
from.
Just like, especially in Bristol as well, there's graffiti everywhere. So it's just like
dance.
Definitely
Dancing,
yeah, definitely.
Breaking and popping and all that stuff has gone into
I reckon
mainstream dance.
Even if you think about it as well, the whole turntables, that obviously started with hip hop, really, the way scratching. But now you see other genres, all DJs use that, innit? But that started with a hip hop. So
Yeah.
that's how it kind of, yeah, man.
It's DIY as well.
You don't have to wear shoes in your you don't have to wear laces in your shoes if you do hip hop, right?
Well, that's one thing that another thing that hip hop spread from, not the shoelaces, but the DIY aspect is spread into other genres of music.
Yeah,
Because you look at back in the early 90s and that, the small independent labels, or not even labels, they're just people plowing money into acts they like and publicising them. It's come out now, and the way music industry's gone,
it's changed it.
People
really.
have now taken that model in order to sell their product. It's quite interesting that's the root of it, is a form of music where people dismissed 25 years ago, you know.
And I think as well, it came from it came from basically didn't have any money, you know. So you're trying to make something better for yourself.
Nothing's
so
changed.
if you're in a similar situation, then you're trying to make something better for yourself.
Basically, if you want to make hip hop, don't expect any money or any nice clothes. Right? Just do hip hop and be happy for it.
If you make pop music,
then you get all I think this stereotype of hip hop is like someone straight away, if they see me and I say that I'm a rapper or whatever, they immediately straight away think, what am I trying to be, a gangster or something? Or I think I'm like from the ghetto or whatever. Like, I don't know. That's just the stereotypical of things.
I'll tell you, one time, right, I was on the train, I think I was going to Portsmouth or something. I must have my headphones on. It's quite loud, listen to hip hop, as I do. And there's some guy, like some real posh guy, sat opposite. And then I must have my music, and he asked me to turn it down, and I was like, okay. But then he's like, so what are you listening to? He's like, it's like hip-hoppity rubbish, that's his actual word. He goes, it sounds like some ragga beat. And I was like, no, it's hip-hop. And he's like, oh. And then he tried busting a few jokes, said I should listen to, watch the Proms or whatever that is? Yeah. I was just like, and then he said a slight comment, he did say it's the downfall of society. So I said to him, well, no, I said it's a reflection of society.
Yeah.
And then he was like, all right. Then he carried on talking and just put my headphones on. But I thought from that's like that guy, from he said that, you know what I mean? He just obviously doesn't know what hip hop's about. So
obviously you have got a side of hip hop which is not very nice. You know
but then you get a side of all music.
Yeah, like heavy metal. I know for a fact there's people cutting themselves in their shows. Like there's
worshipping Satan.
Yeah, and trying to kill each other and stuff. But they didn't say nothing about it.
Most people's perceptions are based on the media, and the media basically isn't true.
They control it, man.
So you know, if you want to know a subject, you go out and find out about it. You don't turn on your TV because you're not really ever going to find anything about it.
Really,
so it depends on the individual.
When hip hop first started, when it first started, you didn't have really. You had like negatives, but everyone was trying to find a positive out of it. It wasn't really all the gangster stuff and all like the 50 cents and that you may hear today. But really, there's a deeper side to it, and the deeper side is a a nice side.
But even today, it's Chris was saying that the media, they don't portray it in a good light, but
They do when they need to.
they
Like
do when they need
themselves,
to.
you know
But
what I mean?
like say, like 5-6 years ago when you had hip hop artists winning awards,
Yeah.
the way they put it across on the news is as if it was a shock,
Yeah, yeah.
a surprise. It's like it was.
I think
It was like, no,
Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince got the first Grammy for hip hop.
No, but yeah, it's definitely negative in the media. 'Cause I remember when the whole Chris Brown, when he beat up Rihanna, I remember reading the paper, it said rapper Chris Brown. I'm like, since when has Chris Brown been a rapper? You know what I mean?
He's an R&B singer.
If he was winning an award, he'd be an R&B singer. But from he's beating up his girlfriend, he's a rapper.
It's the simple things in life that I need to know and change. For myself and those who close, it's like I'm standing in this queue. It's on, but I don't know, so what the fuck am I gonna do? Ooh, me? Now I'm here to wipe your tears. Don't hate, I wanted to know because it's been so many years. Last time, 99, how I changed, but no regrets. Walking out is all I know.
I think it's come back to the pure of like when it was actually good.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but it's all a bit.
I think it's always been there.
No, yeah, it's there, but it's
been
been hidden, isn't it? You've got to look for it. But I think the commercial side has ruined hip hop
Yeah, and people got sick of it now.
for what people think hip hop is.
It's a relatively new art form, you know, so it's got quite a long. All the other genres
Been around, yeah.
I think you can only get bigger.
Yeah, and it's
not gonna
changing.
get smaller.
Yeah,
So music goes in cycles
good.
anyway. You go from rock and then you go to your indie and then you go back to pop and then it comes to hip hop and it goes around like that. It always works like that.
It's quite interesting that coming from a musician's point, playing an instrument, which isn't electronic or isn't lyrics, that people are in the other world. I mean, apart from the hip hop world, they're all interested about how do you get into playing in a hip hop band. Like they want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
want to just be playing indie rock or jazz or whatever. They really realise that this is going to be a vehicle for creativity.
Yeah.
And it can be able to express yourself in a different way, and people
Yeah,
want to get involved with that, which is quite cool.
That's what I reckon as well, especially in hip hop, like live performances and whatnot. I think in the future you'll see a lot of people using bands and stuff.
Yeah,
Like, people start realising with like you have a live drum kit, it's gonna sound a lot liver. You know, what I mean? It's gonna have a more punch and kick to it. So I reckon that's the way that the performance side of it's going. It's only gonna get bigger anyway because you got more kids getting involved from a younger age.
I think English hip hop is getting better.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot better. Like obviously it's always been good anyway,
It's
with like
coming
your
more
Chester
original.
P's and all that. But like the younger generation, I think they're clocking on. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
it's
all
the
about grime
American-
and like not
just
hating on
American
that, but
hip hop, yeah.
the proper like samples and nice samples. You're slowly starting to hear it and stuff. Like,
Yeah, it's
nice.
gonna get better.
It's just gonna get better.
It's gonna be good.
It's becoming more than lyrics again.
Yeah, yeah. It's
No,
back
it's-
to the music. Like everything's coming together.
Yeah, exactly. It's sonically, it's becoming more pleasing.
getting
not just a
emotional,
beat
yeah.
with lyrics on it. It's the whole kind of polyphonic spread of
Yeah.
sound of what you're listening to. You know,
It's polyphonic.
polyphonic.
I don't even know what that means.
Nor does Ed.
I don't think any of you out there will know what that means.
Never so effortless. Ripping this before recording on the minute. Friday nights freestyling, come up with the same shit. When you were chilling in your room, saying Genesis. I remember favorite truth, gotta bring my evidence. So I can go to case to help fulfill my fate. If your skills are late, I'm your true arch nemesis. As if it were
Yeah, I think it's good to have something like this in Knowle West, and this place, the building and that, it's just an amazing place for kids to come.
Especially in this area, 'cause obviously it's got a stigma. As soon as
horrible.
you say Knowle West, everyone.
Yeah,
always. So it's just.
To be honest, didn't even know where it was. Like, do you know what I mean? They live in Bristol. We were struggling to find it.
Exactly.
But really, this is a nice, real nice
Yeah,
place.
definitely.
some things for people's life, so we're forgetting about the tragedy. So fuck you, big smile, so quick to lock the door. When I'm keeping you just go, to help, I just adore, get the floor. You know, to take the place to your body, so around when they feelings and they claim that you're in charge. This is the way it is, as I stare down the streets, I'm feeling from the darkness that I wish I hadn't seen. It also lets you adjust. To try and find a happy means, but it seems that I can't take my face from what I see. But the world outside so cold with deception. People that you think you know, it's so cool, move on. So we do, but for what, with the where and the why.
What we're plugging? Right, basically, I'm Twizzy, this is Chris Lucas. I do the rapping and writing the songs. He does the beat making, makes videos. This is Jinkster, he's also doing his own thing, but he's here to help me out today. This is the drummer, Ed, and together we come together and like just push what me and Chris have made, which is the album Dirty Nan Talk, which will be out very soon. You can check out all videos of our work on youtube.com/arunproductions or myspace.com/arunproductions or myspace.com/Twizzy Music. I've got forward slashes on the other one, so if you could pop them in. Do you want to plug your magazine? Get the plugs.
Is it relevant? Oh well, I'm Chris Lucas, I make the beats for this thing. And work with artists, instrumentalists like Ed who drum, keys players, other vocalists. So I do a lot of that. Also a photographer, filmmaker, artist, paint and draw, do a lot of writing. Basically, if you want something made, I'll be able to make it. And my website is arunproductions.co.uk. ARUN Productions.
Could you make me the Thunderbird Tracy Island? Because I never got one of those when I was little.
Yeah, I tried to make it when it was on Blue Peter and
Exactly,
they just
yeah.
flopped it. It's like the paper mache thing with the when you come and land.
Yeah, I got so much trouble with that. I made a right mess of the kitchen table trying to do that thing. So,
I've always wanted one of them.
Let me plug
Quite
my
sure.
MySpace. Yeah, check out the MySpace, myspace.com/Jinkster, JINXSTAJX. It's outdated at the moment, but it will be updated.
You can get like 2-3 mixtapes on my MySpace as well.
I'm on a few of those.
He's on
so,
both of them. To be
yeah,
honest.
you're just gonna hear more music, so just
Keep your eyes
bookmark it, you
peeled.
know, save it to your favourites because it'd be worth it.
Tell your mates I'm
Can I
in
do
the
a
Ronnie
plug?
Size video as well. It's my only claim to fame.
Can I plug any work? Hi, I'm Ed. I'm the drummer for Twizzy. You can check out other stuff I do apart from with him. What I do with him up at myspace.com/Edward Gallimore. There's everything from like heavy metal drum bass to jazz on there. And if you want lessons, get in touch with me through my MySpace or
Facebook, surely.
yeah, or Facebook. It's Edward Gallimore.
Don't get in contact with Facebook, it'll never answer you.
E_Gallimore at hotmail.co.uk.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Peace.
Nice.
Thanks very much.
Was that the longest interview ever?
Nice.